Welcome back to my Boozie review of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2, Episode 5. In the last episode, Sister Sister and Ginny Lemon ended up on the bottom. Sister Sister killed lip sync, and Ginny Lemon, well, she waved goodbye and walked off the stage. At the end of last episode, they showed a preview for this episode, and apparently that was when they had to shut down because there's a lockdown in the UK, and they had to resume filming, like, someone said 7 months later, but I'm not sure. Actually, RuPaul's been busy this summer because they're filming US Drag Race, UK Drag Race, the rest of it, and they also are filming All Stars. It's good to see Ru getting out during a pandemic and being around so many people. What do the girls look like 7 months later? Who's gonna end up in the bottom this week? Why don't we find out? I can believe that Sister Sister didn't know that she was by herself because she was so into the lip sync. Her focus was totally on the judges, so she didn't even notice Ginny Lemon left. That's hilarious. I like how they let them fight for a bit before they tell them. Like, get some drama out of them. Milk as much drama out of them before they have to be sent home. See, so it is 7 months later. I heard it was 7 months later, but I didn't realize they actually were put there. So their confessionals in the previous episode, was that from after they came back? But then what they do is, it could be a different day. They're just wearing the same clothes they did in the previous confessionals. Okay, yeah, all the rest of them, I'm like, okay, they kind of have new faces, but Sister Sister definitely has a new face. In the confessional as well. But why does he have the same haircut? Girl, 7 months, you can get a better haircut than that. Now sis.
During lockdown, me and Tace ended up moving in with each other.
What? So Ahura and Tace live together? Do you live together or do they live together? Well, at least they're not holding back. They've had like 7 months to think about all this stuff that happened in the first 4 or 5 episodes, and now they're like, I'm ready. Oh my god, Ru, my wig looks natural compared to that. I paid like $13.99 for this wig, and it looks better than what we were wearing.
Veronica Green has tested positive for the coronavirus. She won't be joining us for this series.
Oh my god, I've been trying to catch up, but I'm trying to keep away from spoilers before I can watch these episodes, so I don't get spoiled. I had no idea Veronica Green had tested positive and wasn't on the series anymore. That's crazy. Well, I guess the furries will be happy. I'm not, but they will. There's gonna be some big reveal. They're not the Brick Crew, there's somebody else. I mean, Esteen looks different because of the goatee. And Cherry Valentine, I can't tell. I'm pretty sure Joe Black's has some work done. He looks a lot younger than he did, and I don't know how that's possible. You don't age in reverse. Well, you don't age in reverse unless you've had some surgical help. Well, I think everyone, including Ru's top lip, has benefited from that.
They also went with Joe Black.
I'm actually surprised Tace went with Joe Black, because I thought her and Esteen were friends. I guess they decided that she shouldn't have gone home first, which, to be fair, I mean, it was a little surprising she went home first.
Oh my god, she had a face like a donkey's minge. It was sour. Sour, girl.
When they're picking the groups, and Ahura was the last one he picked, Taste's like, oh, she has such a sour look on her face. But I'm like, isn't that the look she always has on her face?
Looking at the other group, it's the Golden Girls featuring their young friend, Ellie Diamond.
Not the Golden Girls. Oh, God. I gotta stop. Although, what was their name? Bananarama, I can't remember. It was funny. Bananarama something.
Banana drama.
Banana drama.
So I like Banana Drama. That's a good play on words.
It's the United King dolls.
I don't know how I feel about United King dolls. It doesn't quite roll off tongue like Banana Drama, but they seem to love it, so. Well, I noticed now Ru's doing that social distancing, but the sad part is in the US Drag Race, I didn't even notice that he was doing social distancing because he doesn't usually get that close to people anyways. Like when he comes to the workroom, he usually keeps his distance. And so it was like, for someone said, I'm like, oh yeah, now I notice he's a little further away, like maybe a foot further away. Like before he used to keep his distance as 5 feet, but now you have to social distance at 6 feet. So he's moved slightly further away from them.
Glenn Close but no cigar.
Oh no, Glenn Close but no cigar is the new, I was rooting for you. So Tia actually had the best one, I think. And Sister Sister was surprisingly good too. And Ellie was okay, and Joe Black, well, I mean, they're showing it as not that good, but we'll find out. And they always fix it in the end anyways, so.
Sing, sang, song, ding, dong.
Ahura's was now worse than Joe's, so we'll see.
Listen, don't be afraid of a vocal.
And it's going around. Oh.
And then EK's like, don't be afraid of vocal. And then he's like, oh God. Even he wasn't aware how bad it was going to be. I mean, it's a little tiny dress and it's just like a piece of fabric, but it looks good. Like, I like the colors and I like the, whatever the fabric's made out of and the way it shines, it looks really good. So Michelle Visage, that kind of looks like armor or like lizard scales, but she has the gray now, so the continuity between the US and UK is kind of the same now, so I'm not getting confused, because I'm like, why is her gray streak keep disappearing? But it's because the earlier episodes were before the beginning of the year. Usually I don't like yellow, but I like what he's wearing. And I like his hair. His dreads are up in like little ponytails, so it was cute. I mean, Lawrence Chaney's look, it's interesting. It's very campy, so I can't really complain. And it's all pink. The colors don't clash or anything weird like that. It's okay. I'm not sure how I feel about Uhura's RuRuvision look. I like the outfit. I don't know if I like the little orange fur on her shoulders, because it kind of blends with the wig. I mean, the wig's pink and the shoulders are orange, but the colors aren't that much different in hue. So it kind of looks like, I can't tell which is hair. It doesn't really contrast really. So taste, well, I mean, what can you say? It's okay. I like the hair though. The little ponytail, or the long ponytail. So he's like whipping it around. Bimini's actually doesn't look bad. It's just like you'd see some straight girls walking around in that in the summer. So it's not like, it's not very campy, but it's good. So if she wanted a short skirt that shows off her underwear and her tits hanging out, then she succeeded. Ooh, I'll give Bimini points for jumping off that stool and doing splits. I think they did pretty well. Even Lawrence didn't do that bad. It wasn't distracting. And he kind of played up the campiness, so I don't know if Joe Black is really the age he says he is, and he just acts like he's like in his 60s, because when they call him a Nan, he really does act like that small 1920s wig. The dress she's wearing is just, it's very conservative actually. And Sister is very formless. I don't like what she's wearing. Lily Diamond's okay. I don't mind it, but it's very 1950s. Tia Coffee probably looks the best. When they call her the most basic, but she probably looks the best out of them, because it feels like she actually made it interesting looking. I didn't think much of the other group, what they're wearing, but what they were wearing was actually more interesting what this group is wearing. Now I know where that bing bang bong, ding dang dong, sing sang song thing came from. Because everyone on Twitter and Instagram or whatever, they all keep saying it. And I'm like, why do people keep saying this? Like, it's random, we'll put it into memes and stuff, and I'm like, huh? So obviously I just didn't, because I didn't watch this episode yet. All I can say is thank God Joe Black and Lawrence Chaney wasn't on the same team, because neither of them can dance. But I think Joe Black's actually doing a worse job. I don't know if that's working for what they're trying for, or maybe they're like leaning into the fact he can't dance properly. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's just because it's just see-through and it's just him wearing a lacy thing with just underwear on. I don't know. I can't tell whether I like it or not. Because I feel there's a lot about it I do like, but there's a lot about it that I'm just like, it's kind of lazy. Maybe that's just Bimini's style. See, I like this. She has a good shape. It looks there's a lot going on, which I like. Because, you know, it's netting and there's seashells, so you get a story from it. So I like it. I like it better than Bimini's. Now, you think Bag of Chips would have worn something like this last season? It would have made more sense. I don't know how I feel about this. It's very campy, and it's constructed fairly well. But I don't know. I think it's the ketchup on the head that's bothering me the most. I don't really like it. I like the concept, and I like that it's campy, but I just don't know if I like how she actually did it. To be fair, they did say don't be scared to be ugly. Not that she's ugly, it's just, I guess don't be scared to take chances. I mean, I don't mind it, but I feel like it's not as good as the other runways in the previous episodes. It's one of those things where it's not bad, and I actually like it, but there's something about it that makes me feel like, oh, I was expecting better. Maybe it's because she's won twice already that I'm expecting something better from her. I don't know, they're all going for very campy, and it's not that's bad. I like what she's going for. Let's take the other ones where I like the concept she's going for, but the bird doesn't even probably bother me. It's just, I don't like the way the thing's cut. It's just there's something about it is just bothering me. Maybe it's the bikini with the bird, and like, I don't know. Maybe if the bikini had been further down, so it kind of didn't make it look like it's going above the white part, it would make more sense. But then it's yellow, so it's yellow bikini with yellow legs, and it wouldn't, yeah, I don't know. It's not a win for me. Although it's funny because when I see these ones, that makes like the Chip look and even Bimini's look better. I love Tia, and the wig and the little cherry and the makeup, I love. But then, and I like once again, I like the concept. It didn't work in execution. I'm sorry, I hate to say it's basic, but it's basic. I liked her RuRuvision outfit better than this. I bet Ahura and Sister were both pissed when they saw that they both had the same idea. Now, I can't tell who I like better. Ahura's was more well constructed, but there's things I like about Sisters. Like, I like the little catch-up dress, and instead of having like a catch-up bottle stuck to her head, she has like a bird trying to eat. So it tells a better story, but I do agree, Ahura's was better constructed, in my opinion. Honestly, I actually like Joe Black's. It tells a story, it has stuff going on, their wig looks like it's in the wind, and so does her scarf. I mean, it's simple, but it's good. I like it. I'm glad the United King dolls won. And Ru's right. Who doesn't like a little UKD? Lawrence picked his team well because there's no way he would have won this challenge. But because his team won, he gets a badge. So.
You know, we've had time off, so I had hoped that you kids would sit and think about how you're going to come back and elevate.
I mean, it's hard because, of course, like everyone said, they're thinking, why didn't you elevate yourself? You had 7 months off. But it was also 7 months in lockdown when there was no work and money's tight. So I can kind of understand that in a way. Because they probably borrowed a bunch of money to buy outfits for the first time around. And now they're like, oh, I have to return all these outfits. And I have to call back all the money.
If it is from H&M, you better glitter the fuck out of it and make it something special. Don't waste my time. I don't want to see any fucking H&M.
I know there's infamous Ru's H&M rant. I somewhat agree with Ru because I see what he's saying. He's not even saying don't bring something from H&M. He's like, don't just take it off the rack and wear it. It should be like glittered. You can do stuff with it. You know, hot glue something to it. I mean, you can buy a $10 dress from H&M. Do they sell $10 dresses? But anyways, you can buy a $10 dress from H&M, but as long as it doesn't look $10. It doesn't look like you just threw it on and thought, okay, that's good enough. I think that's what Ru was trying to say, but it comes across as much more classist. I understand why people are pissed off, but at the same time, I see what Ru is saying too. I guess for Ru, when he was younger, I mean, he would take stuff from thrift stores, but he would make it look like $1 million. I mean, he'd do stuff with it or match it with something. I mean, look at Ellie Diamond. Hers outfit wasn't that bad. And she probably made it herself. She probably didn't pay that much money for it. But because the way it looked good. I'll be my typical Libra self and I'll say I do agree with Ru, but at the same time I do understand why people are pissed off because it's the way Ru said it. Ru just made it sound like, you know, you're spending more money. Don't waste my time. Which is funny because I really like Joe's look for the runway. I think he put more effort into the runway look than he did. See, this thing, it's not that it's a good outfit so much as he did stuff with it and then it had us told a story and the wig and everything. I mean, he may have bought that runway dress from H&M, but if all that other stuff added to it, made it look really good and probably the best look of the night.
Sister came to this competition with a breastplate, a red bikini, and some blonde hair and was going to come out as Pamela Anderson.
Oh my God, was she going to come as Pamela Anderson? And then she changed it to a bag of chips, just like Ahura? I think she probably saw it, got in her mind about it, but then forgot where she saw it and thought, this would be a good idea for a look. Wait, what's going on with her eyebrows? Was it like that earlier in the episode? Something's wrong with her eyebrows in there. It's funny because Tia did great in the performance, but had a terrible runway outfit, and Joe was the opposite. She had a good runway outfit, but did terrible in the performance.
Tea coffee. Shantae, you stay.
I don't think Joe did that bad this time around, but I'm glad Tia won. She did best lip sync. She's actually a good lip syncer, from what it looks like. And she knows how to play it up, the comedy. And that always seems to happen. They'll bring someone back, and then they end up being the one to go home again at the end of the episode. In the US one, they do that all the time. I think it was like maybe one where they stayed one extra episode. So this is a good episode. I mean, it was good to see what everyone looks like 7 months later and all their new faces. I think they kind of thought, oh, they'll come back and be like all-stars, but no one knew that they were on Drag Race. So, and there was no shows going on, so they couldn't profit from it. I mean, that's the whole point, is that they go around the world and they meet different drag queens and, you know, they get money and then they can elevate the drag. And these people didn't really have that. I mean, sure, they had 7 months to think about it, to think all Joe Black had to do was stone that dress from H&M, and there had been no rant. She just needed to stone those tights. So next episode is going to be Snatch Game, which I'm looking forward to. And I haven't yet spoiled myself on what happens, so that's good. Though half the time they end up doing British celebrities who I've never heard of. We'll find out in the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below why you're glad that Tia Coffee shantaed. Wait, is shantay a verb? And remember, stay boozy. Oh. And fabulous.